frustrated, pent up, things aren't working, offers aren't moving, money isn't coming in. It's time for a new business mentor, right? Maybe not. Before you make that move, before you go employing another strategy in your business or getting another team member, I want you to think about your libido. You are about to learn how your libido is connected to your business. You might not have a business problem. You probably have a personal problem that is showing up in your business. And there is nothing like a repressed libido to thwart your business efforts. Find out exactly what you're doing that you want to course correct in this episode. You are now entering the realm of white hot business. This is where you plug the leaks in your bedroom, relationships, and intimacy so that you can master the power dynamics in business and leadership. Know that what happens behind closed doors is being mirrored or projected into your business. There's always a connection. I'm your host, sexologist and power dynamics mentor, Lauren White, and I'll guide you to become the woman that's available for more of what she wants and desires simply by delving into the uncharted waters of your voice, erotic body, and shadows. Access all areas. It's time to revolutionize your business and bedroom from lukewarm to white hot. You are so smart. You are so smart, and you can't think your way through this one. I know you've tried. I know you've tried to sit there and work out why you feel so pent up, why you feel so frustrated, why things in your business aren't as abundant as you want them to be, aren't flourishing like you want them to. There's a really sneaky reason why. And what's at the heart of it is your libido. Your repressed libido is running your business. It's running it in the ways that you don't desire it to. We are going deep. I am going to be real with you about what I see when it comes to whip smart women having an incredible business that could actualize into what it is that they want, what it is that they desire. I mean, we're talking beyond the realms of potential. But that can't happen when all of your pent up frustration and all of what feels like a sexual and erotic block in your body is coming up, aching for release through your business instead of the way that it wants to be expressed, which is in intimacy, through your body, self-pleasure, intuitive movement. That's what your sexuality wants. That's what your libido wants. But that's not happening right now. And because it's not happening, your business is copying all of the negative aspects of that. So what if instead of denying your libido its expression and trying to get your libido's needs met through your business endeavors, what if we make it incredibly simple? What if we go to your libido to express it sexually and erotically instead of it keeping your business capped? Before we get to that, I want to share with you what some of this looks like, because I've seen it over and over and over and over again over the last 13 years. The ways that work and business cops what isn't happening in the bedroom. So it's a classic form of overcompensation. This isn't happening there, and I don't know what to do about it. So all of that pent up, unused energy, let's see if I can get my needs met and feel satisfied through using my head, denying my body, and trying to tick off my measures of success. Your work is not meant to be the sole channel of expression for your libido. There's another way. But here's what I see you doing. One of the biggest things smart women do is they stick to shoulds in their business. They stick so hard to the rules and the shoulds and the this is the way that it's always been done, and this is the pricing that you have, and this is what keeps other people comfortable, and this is what's expected, and this is what this voice, this ghost of the past told me once, and I'm not going to budge from that. All of the shoulds are signs to me that your libido is repressed, because you think life and aliveness, you've gotten them confused for going up into your head and subscribing to shoulds. Shoulds have no place when it comes to the fullest expression of eroticism and libido. Of course, there's guidelines, there's consent, there's parameters, but there aren't shoulds. They have no place in the bedroom. What happens is when you subscribe to shoulds in your business, there's a mirror for how you think sex and intimacy should play out. And it becomes pervasive. It seeps into every aspect of your life. And the shoulds are really sneaky, right? You don't even realize sometimes that you're operating alongside them, or that they're leading you in what you're doing in your business. But this is where I bring in my famous question, does this turn you on? And so many women are not asking that question when it comes to their business and bedroom. And if your bedroom feels too hard right now, it's a question that you should be asking in your business. Are your clients turning you on? Are your offers turning you on? Are you completely consumed by passion for what you do? Can you flip your libido around from operating in your head and shoulds to going, what if my libido was expressed through my business? What if I spun it around and went, this part feels too scary right now. What has me feeling alive, electrified, like there are power currents running through my veins in my business? Start there. Start there if sex, intimacy, and what happens in the bedroom feels too daunting right now. Because you should feel electrified for what you do. You should feel completely in love and devoted with what you do when you've got your own business. That is the privilege that we have. And if you're not in that, then your libido has gone quiet. And your libido and the repression of it is going to come out in ways that you don't want it to, because it's just wanting to be released and expressed. So I want you to know you can't go into your head to course correct what happens in your body. There's nothing in your head that can compensate for what your body, your primal body, naturally wants to do. It doesn't work that way. And by God, I know you've tried. Haven't we all? But this is the sticky point, right? This is where you get to quieten down what goes on in your head and you get to amplify what happens in your body. And you're going to see a shift, not just in your relationship and intimacy and sex, but you're going to feel it in your business because there's a mirror there. And the mirror right now is the repressed version. And what you get to move towards is the actualized version of a healthy libido that gets to be fully expressed in your business. Because your business, it's going to be monochrome. It's going to be lackluster if you are not in the power of your libido and your sexuality. Your business is going to show that. It can't ever make up for what isn't happening somewhere else. You can try with bold branding colors. You can try with being more authoritative in your voice. You can try by dancing on reels. You can try all these well-worn routes, but they aren't ever going to feel fully actualized or completely congruent for you if what happens behind closed doors isn't being looked after, cared for, nurtured, and cultivated. You get to close that gap. And you get to have a business that is in Technicolor and a bedroom that is in Technicolor. Let's talk boundaries, but not in the way that you see it plastered all over Instagram. What I see happening when it comes to women with a business is when their libido isn't tended to in the sexual sense, their boundaries get leaky. Leaky libido, leaky boundaries, leaky power dynamics between people. My clients are often scratching their heads going, why does this keep happening between me and this other person or this cohort of people? And I can tell you what it is. It's a libido that hasn't felt its true power yet. When a libido hasn't felt its true power yet, it does what we've already talked about, which is it overcompensates and looks for expression in other ways. It looks to be satiated in other ways. And what happens is, and this is really not well known, but it keeps showing up in the way that we connect and relate to other people, whether it's our partner and in the bedroom in a highly charged situation or with a client or with a colleague. This is so systemic that what happens is your libido will keep creating these situations where you are looking for this sense of satisfaction, release, but you never actually get it. And yet you still keep creating these scenarios with clients, with employees, with friends, with family members, with your partner, because there's this hope in your mind that that itch is going to get scratched soon. Again, it's just libidinous energy that has nowhere to go. It can't and isn't being channeled into and through your body in an erotic sense. So it goes, well, maybe if I use my words this way, or I relate to this person this way, or I use my head and my smarts this way, maybe that itch will get scratched. There is no substitute for what it is that you do through your body. You can't do any more yoga. You can't do any more Pilates. You can't do any more high intensity workouts. There is no substitute. You can try, and I know you have. The only means to express your libido that is being repressed, to give it the satisfaction it craves and it is yearning for, is to go to the source. I started off by saying, yes, you can express your libido in your business, and it is a good place to start. It is. Where there's been trauma or there's a really high charge around sex for you. But it's not an endpoint and it's not a sole source of expression. You need to come home into the truth that you will need to move the needle there eventually. You will need to come back to the power of your erotic body, to the power of your sensual expression and your sexuality, and being brutally honest about that and what it is that you want. This is about being in your body. This is about undulating your body. This is about allowing that energy to move up and through your body, up into your throat, so that you can ask for what you want. You can make requests. You can say, this is what I want. This is what I don't want. I'm open to this, but right now I'm not open to this. And you can start by doing this with yourself. Your relationship to yourself is the gentlest and most powerful and most overlooked place to start for women. When I was working solely as a sex therapist, whether a woman was in a relationship or not, the first step was always about coming home into her body and understanding her body. And nothing has changed in that regard. We can't outsource our sexuality to our partner to work it out for us. We need to know what is true for us and what feels absolutely incredible, and to realize that we're not just givers in this lifetime where the energy goes out and out and out, but that we can have an experience on our own where we simultaneously give and receive. It's such a beautiful experience of coming back into this. This is where it starts, by cultivating your libido in an erotic sense, in a sexual sense. You've done the safe route in business. You've done the safe route in protecting yourself in the bedroom from being vulnerable and feeling exposed. Now you're on the cusp of a new era. You've been there, you've done that, and now you get to experience what's on the other side. The pure currents of power that are fully available to you that you think that only other women have. It's simply not true. You get to claim this as well for yourself. You get to make the decision that you are willing to explore all of yourself and all of your parts, and to keep a piece of curiosity aside for just how this might change what happens in your business, how this might improve your confidence, how this might up the ante on your magnetism, how this might make your speaker presence even more impactful, memorable, simply through knowing all of your most sensitive and private parts. At some point, you believed you had to choose. I can only have this or that. I can't have both. What would it mean for other people if I have both? What would I be leaving them with less than if I claim it all for myself? Isn't that selfish? Won't that make me a bitch? Will I be rejected? Will I fit in anywhere? There's something in your subconscious that hasn't grasped that you can have both. You can have a beautiful turned on, it makes my pelvis gyrate just thinking about it business, where you receive what it is that you want. All of the riches, the accolades, the impact. And guess what? You get to receive all you want in your bedroom as well. I trust that this episode has whet your appetite to add more precision to your power. If you're naturally left wanting more, head to laurenwhite.com.au/private to learn exactly how you and I can work together. And if you yearn to give a little back after crushing on the podcast, share it privately with your favorite woman in business, or hit subscribe and leave a captivating review so that more women can access the inevitability of a white hot business.